when a man wants you and wants to be in a committed relationship with you, you don't have to ask. You don't even need to assume. He will come and he will make sure that you know that he wants to be with you. He will make it happen. Hey there, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. This is Relationship Sam and my name is Samantha. On this channel, we sit down to talk about all things relationships, love, dating, and marriage. And as I always say, if you feel it, we definitely will talk about it. Today's video is a counseling session based on a question that I've received, a cry out for help that I've received from a beautiful young lady. This is what her message said. I'm so emotionally attached to him. He told me that he loved me. He took care of me a lot. Now he's telling me that his family has already finalized the girl he's going to marry and that they are getting married next month. Please help. So what I've discovered in the time that I've been doing videos on relationships, love and dating and marriage is that I'm getting quite a number of questions or requests that are exactly the same. So this goes to show me that a lot of us are actually dealing with the same things. There's certain things that people are going through that they feel that it's exclusive to them, but it's really not. This is quite common. So for starters, girl, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't believe this guy. I don't believe that he's telling the truth, that his family is forcing him to be with this girl or to marry someone. I don't think that anyone can be forced, even at gunpoint, to marry anyone. So I honestly feel like he's being dishonest and he's lying to you and he's hiding behind his family. He's hiding behind the fact that his family are forcing him, or they have already finalized the girl that he should get married to and that he's gonna marry her in a month. He's a coward. He's probably been dating you both and is just happier or preferring to settle with her. You see, men are very strategic. Men are very goal-oriented. They know. They have a wife type. They have the wife material. And they can be with you. They can date you even 5, 8, 10 years and know that you're not really his wife material, but you're there for him. You're there to satisfy his other needs for companionship and his sexual needs or whatever it is that you're doing for him. You're taking care of him in certain areas and he has his needs taken care of. Whatever it is that you're presenting for him, it can be one thing or the other. He can be very happy to receive that from you for as long as it takes until he's met the kind of woman that he actually wants to marry. And this is where we falter as women. We often assume that being with someone or sleeping with a guy means that he's our boyfriend and that he's committed to us and that this relationship is going to lead to a committed relationship, is going to lead to marriage. And that's not usually the case for guys. It's happened to people that I know actually, where somebody's dating somebody or they're with someone for 2 years and this guy just goes quiet over the weekend only to find out that he actually has just married somebody else. Just like that. And you're like, wait, you're my boyfriend on Friday, on Saturday you're somebody's wife. It's not uncommon. And that's why I really wanted to talk about this. It's not uncommon. And we as women have a big problem that we need to talk about, we need to address, we need to put it out into light and make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and we're not being presumptuous. We're not assuming that somebody is our husband or he's going to marry us unless he's already said that. So this guy, I honestly, personally don't believe that his family is forcing him to, but even if his family were forcing him to marry this girl, if, let's say he is telling the truth and his family is forcing him to marry that girl, that means he's controlled by his family. And that's not the kind of man you want to be with, because you need a man who's going to defend you, a man who's going to be there for you. And even, dare I say, put you above everybody else, who's going to give you first place even over his own mother. Because now when we're talking about marriages, two people coming to be one, you're going to be intimately close to him, even in a way that his mother is not close to him, that his mother cannot be close to him. So when you're talking about the money in your household, it's your money. It's your money together. It's no longer his money as an individual or your money as an individual. It's our money together. So if his mother needs money, it's more like our mother needs our money. But what do we need to do? What are we working towards as an individual, as you and I together, as a husband and wife, as one person, that will allow us to give to other people? You need somebody who's going to be there with you. I really hope that you understand and that I am that it's making sense. You need someone who goes beyond just being a puppet or a yes man to his family, because that family is going to dictate where you live, when you have kids, everything else that goes on in your house. Do you really want to be with that kind of man? So for me, I would say, look at this, observe and notice the character, the cracks in his own character, that if it is true and if you believe him, do you really want to be married to this kind of guy who's controlled by his family, who does not have a stand for his own beliefs or his own heart? Let's say he does love you and he wanted to be with you instead of the person who he's being forced to marry. Do you really want to be with that man who's not going to stand for you when in-laws interfere? So you need somebody who's going to stand with you, because life is going to come at you once you're in that marriage. Either interference, in-laws, insufficient funds, whatever it is, life is going to happen, and you need somebody who's strong enough to stand with you through thick and thin. And then thirdly, ask yourself this: did he actually ever show commitment? Did he ever actually say that he wants to marry you? Did he express that? Because when a man wants you and wants to be in a committed relationship with you, you don't have to ask. You don't even need to assume. He will come and he will make sure that you know that he wants to be with you. He will make it happen. So in the guy's defense as well, ladies, we need to be wise. We need to guard our hearts and to protect ourselves from presumptuous thinking and assuming the wrong thing. Have those difficult adult conversations. Do you want the same things? Are your goals the same? Are your goals aligned? If somebody says he wants to marry you, ask him when, because it's one thing for someone to want to marry you and want to marry you in 10 years, but does that work for you? Does that time frame really work for you? So don't just assume that even that somebody wants to marry you, that's enough. You need to have a detailed conversation of what life would look like together. So honestly, I feel that there's a lot of lessons to take away. If I were in your position, I would just take the lessons and move on, and just recognize that this is not, first of all, the kind of guy that you want to marry. This is not the kind of man who is man enough to be the kind of man you will submit yourself to, because you want to be submitted to a man who's stable, a man who's sure of himself. But at the end of the day, focus within, not just without. Don't pretend to be okay. If you need to cry, cry. Go through the emotions. Go through the emotion of whatever it is that you're going through. Each and every one of those stages of grief. Go through that. Deal with that earnestly and truthfully with yourself, so that when you're done with this and then the next guy comes along, you're not punishing your next for the mistakes of your ex. Anyway, guys, I really hope that you have been blessed, and Shreya, I really hope that this video is a blessing to you. At least come out of this as a better person. Let this process be a refining process for you. Take the lessons that you need to take from this and be a better woman, because God is not a withholder of anything good. He's definitely going to present to you, or he's even presenting to you, a few good and godly options that you can consider. So be prayerful about it and allow yourself to heal. Don't pretend to heal, or don't jump into the next relationship to get over this one. Really allow God to mend you and help you become a whole individual, so that you can be a healthy and whole person for your husband when God brings him along your path. If you want to be participating in counseling sessions, you know what to do. Hit me up on Instagram, share your story. If you want to be anonymous, still let me know, and we can break down whatever issues that you're going through. And as they say, a problem shared is a problem half solved. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, so be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know as soon as I've published the next videos. Bye bye for now, and I will see you on the next one.